Hello there, welcome to the Quarter to 3 live stream for Guild Wars 2. The second one, we just did one last week. Hello there, welcome to the Quarter to 3
Oh, and the
live
Twitch
stream
echo.
for Guild Wars 2. The second one, we just did. Why do I always forget that? Why are we playing Guild Wars 2 again? Well, this is on me. I'm knee deep in Guild Wars 2 and I can't stop. Someone come unplug my computer. What's new today? All right, well, we've moved on to a new area in Season 3, Ember Bay, as you can see here, and I'm using a new build, which I'm going to totally Tom-splain to you guys. All right, sure. Is the audio balance okay? Hold on here. Also using new hardware, so things might seem a little weird. Bear with me. Lord Kosk says, nice dress. I know, right? Look at that. It's nice and tasteful. It's not any goofy, like, hey, I'm a lingerie model. Oh, right, this is the Quarter to 3 live stream. I am Tom Chick, and you can find me on Twitter at QT. Look at that lens flare. You can find me on Twitter at QT3. I've got a Patreon campaign. You can also support me on Twitch. That's super cool to see that I've got some subscribers. As I mentioned last time on the stream, I had no idea that's how that works. So it was a delight. Suddenly, I had a few subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Lord Kosk says, yes, proper clothing. And look, no crazy, like, glowy weapons. Look at that regular old dagger. I'm not some, like, super flashy necromancer. I'm just a no-frills basic necromancer. With an interface now. Alright, oh dear, let's see. I've got the screen resized, so they'll put that there. Yeah, alright. So hopefully you guys can see all the important numbers and whatnot that we're going to be Tom-splaining. So if you recall my last build, and maybe you don't, maybe you weren't here, look, a sign-in bonus. I'll take it. Dailies. Haven't been doing dailies in a while. I've got too many other things to do. Cold Moistrate says, did you read the link I sent about how YouTube does subscribers as of last week? Can I say no? I remember you posting something, but I was streaming, so I clicked on it, and then it doesn't open. At any rate, if you could send me that in a format other than this chat stream, because this chat stream doesn't show the whole link. At any rate, I blame this integrated thing I'm using. So no, I didn't read it. But in a nutshell, are you saying that they're actually subscribers on YouTube? I mean, I know they're like followers, but the thing is, when you subscribe on Twitch, you're like paying a monthly fee. It's like on cable TV. That's crazy. So if you recall last time, I had a bunch of pets. What is that? That is not my pet. This isn't technically a pet. It's a miniature, cosmetic. I figured it would be nice to have, since I'm not flashy, I'll at least have a little ghost dragon, right? So my previous build was a necromancer pet class and had all these like crazy weird animals like bone minion and shadow fiend and flesh golem following along, and they were basically doing all the gameplay. I was augmenting it with, you know, I had my cool staff here, and that was doing some stuff to like debuff enemies, but mainly the creatures were doing the fighting. Hey, a bear. Some ranger with a nice bear. Hi, bear. Goodbye. This is not that build anymore. This is a build where I do all the gameplay. Furthermore, I don't even use that staff. I use this scepter and dagger. And it's based on building up conditions, which are debuffs on an enemy, and then using them to do extra damage. I think spike damage is what you would call it. Richard Holt is having issues with the sound. So Richard Holt, this might be the new microphone. No, left empty. This is a definitely new headset, so it might... I don't know how I sound to you guys. Like, I don't hear myself in my own ears, but it might sound weird to some of you. But this is the first time you'll be hearing this, other than last night's podcast. This is the first time you'll be hearing this hardware being used. All right, we are here at the circus. Look, I can give you a little overview of it. Look, it's a circus. Someone's sleeping restlessly. Look, up here. It's a little circus guard. Look at that. It's like something out of Monty Python or something freaky. Not that guy, but that. What is that? It's weird. There's one over here, too. Oops, Earth Element. Oh, hold on. Didn't want to get into a fight yet. So we're here in this circus. I don't know if you guys know this. A lot of the buildings in Guild Wars, the architectural style in Guild Wars is wrecked ships. Richard Holt says my voice is muffled compared to last week. Does that help? Like, my issue is if I move this new thing right in front of my mouth when I pop my P's or my T's, it sounds weird. So, is that better, or does that make a difference? Here's it's like the optometrist. Number one, two. Number two. Is number one better, or is number two better? I don't know. As long as you can hear me, I don't mind sounding muffled. My voice is not the important part of it. As long as you can make out the words. So the decor in Guild Wars is wrecked ships. That's what Lion's Arch was comprised of for the longest time. It's a little different now. But this is a shipwreck that has turned into a circus. And look at this, like that. It's an upended ship. It's like a little Poseidon Adventure building over here with the rail there. It's very cool. Oh, ooh. Take that. There's a collectibles here. What? Did I just get... Oh, hold on. That can't be right.
They told me I had a few weeks, maybe a month or two to live. So I left.
You only got one prognosis?
Well,
oh, I see, right. There are different tiers of the... Okay.
So I booked the trip instead.
When I get one more of the tokens... Oh, look! Oh my god, this is so awesome. I love treasure hunts, and it gives you indications of where they are. Oh, that's that right there. It's like a whole weekend of gameplay. So I got the one shipwreck beach somewhere in someone's messy hut within Ivy's Circus Spectacular. Chris Markinson wants to know if these wings provide any lift. Chris Markinson, we don't have jet technology or propeller technology. Actually, we do. They do not. I was going to say we don't have the technology yet, but they're airships. They're helicopters in Guild Wars. Actual helicopters. Rotary wing aircraft exist in Guild Wars. That has been invented. But no, there's no lift here. When you fly over an updraft, there is lift. I have that unlocked. And these are special unlocked Necromancer wings, by the way. I say unlocked. Purchased. Yep, I bought them with gems. I feel very cheap. But look how cool they look. Let me let you admire them. Look at that. Bugs are flying off of them. They're made of bones. Sweet, huh? Mig UK is saying the 2 sounded better. All right, let's do the 2. Let's see there. Left Empty says, you do 2, the person complaining about the pop since you started streaming last year will complain again. Richard Holt says, why is Tom playing this thing when he could be playing Warhammer or Divinity? Do you mean Total Warhammer and Divinity Original Sin? Because those games are old. Divinity Original Sin, how old is that? Total Warhammer, it's what, 2 years ago? It's a great game, but it's old. Now, I presume Richard Holt means Divinity Original Sin 2 and Total War Warhammer 2. I only just got Total Warhammer 2 installed, 38 gig download, so I don't know the first thing about... And I haven't played Warhammer in a while. You guys don't want to watch me... Wouldn't you rather watch me fumble around in this than in Warhammer? Divinity Original Sin 2 does look really cool. But I can only do one hardcore RPG at a time, and MMOs are included in that category. Look, ley lines. I don't have unlocked the mastery, but I bet they're cool. I do have a thermal duct mastery unlocked that the dwarves used to use. You'll see that in a little bit. Okay, I wanted to show you... Marcus just says 38 gigabytes. Damn, yeah. I mean, that's Total War for you. They're huge. So this is Ivy's Circus Spectacular. They're shipwrecked on a beach in Ember Island. Ember Bay. Ember Island or Ember Bay? Ember Bay. Which is a new area added in Season 3 down here. It's kind of like the South Pacific. It's a volcanic island. I find it hard to believe that there was no volcanic island in Guild Wars previously. Oh, there are earthquakes. Here we are. Make sure to stand under. What do you do? Stand out in the open. No, stand under a door frame. Is this door frame good enough? So here is the circus, Ringmaster Ivy. When you a quest brings you through here, you don't stop here. You talk to her, and then there's a portal that's open in here that you use, and then you're gone. Is that fake chest? I'm coming back now to find out what's the deal with the circus. I win the favor of the circus by donating valuable pearls or eggs and defeating hostile wildlife. I can find pearls by breaking open giant clams on the beach, and I can gather eggs from rolling devil nests or cliffside bird nests. Ooh, sweet, finally. So she has been like faffing about off the coast for a while, but until you find people to help you fight her. So can you guys tell that I'm stacking up debuffs? Now I'm going to go into Nazgul space. What is that? There's whinnying horses. What are those? So while this life force lasts, my basic attacks do a lot more damage. And then I pop back out of here. And I drop bleeding radiuses, like bleeding debuffs on the enemy. This sounds probably too loud, right? Stand by. And then a blindness, and then I use Feast of Corruption, which does extra damage based on the number of debuffs, which, as you can see, are considerable on this beast. She's almost down. Feast of Corruption, there it goes. Can you see the teeth? Well, you'll later see Feast of Corruption actually has teeth biting. Pony Carnival, who doesn't understand MMOs or RTSs, says, I feel like this game is the definition of faffing about. That's one way to put it, Pony Carnival, but another way to put it is one of those games that gives you multiple tracks of advancement and allows you to sort of pick and choose. It actually pulls you around amongst those different tracks of advancement. You pick and choose where you want to advance. You can be focused on one thing, or, like I do, you can focus on multiple things at once. So what I'm doing right now is basically lore stuff. Why am I screaming? What was that scream about? I was very anguished. I'm not even doing daily quests. Hold on, let me turn this audio down. Richard Holt says, Tom completing his daily sloth. Richard Holt, look up the word sloth. I don't think it means what you think it means. So what I'm doing now is basically trying to, as I came back, I didn't have to do this. Guild Wars has this idea of hearts. Wait, where's the heart for the circus? I guess it doesn't show on the map when I'm there. This heart right here, it's something that exists on the map, and it encourages you, you fill it up by doing different, like, public activities. And when you do that, it unlocks a new store where you can buy stuff spending one of the resources called karma. So I want to see what the circus has for sale. I don't need to do that. My main advancement at this point is, and again, this is just something that's optional, you don't have to do this, is this storyline. I'm doing Season 3, and here's the expansion, which I haven't even gotten to yet. I'm in the second chapter of Season 3, and I'm just working my way down here. I'm finding the machines that will stop the earthquake on this island. And I need the fourth machine, which involves disguising myself as a kind of an elder god. Just do this. Okay, I have this little resurrect thing. Oops, which looks like was shoot a monkey. Oh, I was showing up to help these people. Well, there's a waypoint right behind me. The death penalty is geographical. So I drop 2 marks that cause bleeding on the enemy, and you can see the debuff thing. Then I use this little swarm of bugs to cause blindness. Then look at the Feast of Corruption. You see those teeth bite? The damage that that does is based on the number of conditions. Shoot a monkey, I'm going to die again. It's based on the number of conditions on the enemy. So it's especially effective in a build like this, where you're stacking up a bunch of debuffs, or where you've got a team. Look at all these Asura. I'm going to follow them. Oh, because it's an escort mission.
Don't just stand there. Help me.
There's 3 of us. So the cool thing about the bleeding effect is it affects everyone in an area. And then I furthermore have this thing called epidemic that then spreads to multiple creatures, one creature's debuffs. So when things clump together, that helps me. You guys saw this before. This is me drinking life force from enemies while I'm in my shroud state. I don't take damage, but when I get hit, my health doesn't take damage, I should say. When I get hit, the damage comes off of the life force that I'm using to stay in this state. And I get life force. Whoa, shoot, more stuff. By things dying around me. Oh, did someone just mention a sloth? Is that what Richard Holt was talking about? Sloth feeder. Oh, yeah. That's what that meant. I thought Richard Holt was accusing me of sloth. Which, to be fair, that would apply to probably playing Guild Wars. Yeah, there's me not reading the text. I'm all concerned about the circus, but I don't care about the quests. Escort the sloth feeder to the feeding area. What is a sloth feeder? So that guy feeds sloths. What is he feeding it? It looks like a pig's in a blanket.
What was it? What's that?
Time to do some real damage.
So frankly, this is no different than the combat in something like Divinity Original Sin. In that it's all about, you know, tactical choices. Now you can just stand, you don't have to, you can think of it also as playing on easy level when you've got other people. I could just stand back and use a ranged weapon. I think, and I could be wrong about this, the reason that you don't do that is when the quest is over, you get a reward based, I think, on your participation, which might have to do with how much damage you do. I could be wrong about that. We'll find out when this quest is over. Because you can get like a gold, silver, or bronze, I believe. When you're doing some of the map-wide events in Heart of Thorns, it tracks a stat called your, quote, participation level. It goes up into the hundreds of percentages. There's a percentage. And I think you get a reward based on how much you participate, which is how much you accomplish. Oh, look. He's feeding this device. Oh, it's part of the circus.
Do you remember how little she was? I almost felt bad taking her out of the jungle.
The most we had to worry about was her leaving a little slime trail when she followed us around the ship.
Yeah, the only threat was it wiggling away.
They're gonna feed something out there? What's going on? Whoa, it is a sloth. So she's green. I don't have to fight her. She's a good guy. So that's another thing, too, that's really cool in Guild Wars, is the quests that you do, these public quests, they chain together
So mad. It's not like we don't feed her.
and give little bits of narrative. So, for instance, oh, let's see. I have to protect her babies? Sloth Queen, siblings lost. Why am I attacking her? I don't want to attack her. Protect the siblings from the Sloth Queen? What? Who are the siblings? Why is the Sloth Queen attacking them? So she breathes fire, so as long as she's not pointing towards me, it's okay. Unlike a lot of magic users, or spell casting types, necromancers aren't as what you would call squishy, specifically because they have that life force ability. Where at any point, assuming that I've got life force built up, which right now it's full, I can make myself impervious to damage for all intents and purposes. Watch this. I'm a little unclear why we're fighting this Sloth Queen. What's my motivation? This is as bad as Trinity. Let's get out of the way there. Look at all those debuffs on her. I'd get credit for some of those. She looks like she's sulking now. Oops. I can just tell I completely whiffed one of my bleeding radiuses. My bleeding auras. Oh, now she's like curling up, like going to sleep. So the reason I'm not using my life force, my what's called Death Shroud, is I don't need to. I might as well save it for an event where I'm in danger. In that event, I was never really in danger, as long as I didn't stand in front of her breath of fire. So wait, what happened? Where's she going? So is this circus based? Oh, these are updrafts. Oh, and look at those little collectibles. That's something called Unbound Magic, which is a currency in this area. Alright, well I got this for a gold medal. I think I'm right about this. I think these rewards are based on how much you participated in the event. So if you just hang back and used a ranged weapon, which you could do, it's your prerogative, I don't think you get as nice a reward. I could be wrong about that. Okay, catching up with chat. Yep, as bad as Trinity. As far as I don't understand my motivation. Why did we fight that sloth? I want to go in and see if she's okay. Oh, she's sleeping. So I escorted food over here for her. And I guess I can't go in there because it's an event thing. That's weird. I've never seen Guild Wars do that kind of invisible wall there. Huh, don't know how I feel about that. So here's where Pony Carnival's accusation of faffing about is not necessarily true, because what I'm not doing right now is tracks of advancement. For the storyline, as I mentioned, I need to get these pieces of like god armor to disguise myself as a god. Can I interact with this? Nope. What was she eating? Looks like prickly pears. I need to get pieces of god armor to disguise myself as a god to activate the final machine that will stop earthquakes on this island, this lava island. And as far as I know, for the first time, in Guild Wars, it's got the usual, well, I say the usual races. There's humans, there are big cat people, that's not that usual. There are giant people, Norns. There are Asura, like gnomes. And then there are elves, who are physically made of plants, which is weird. The elves in this game are really weird. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tom, why can't I be a dwarf? Where's my dwarf? Well, the dwarfs in Guild Wars died off many years ago. True story. There are no dwarfs in this universe. However, but they died off doing, I don't know, saving the land from, I think, a dragon. However, there's still dwarven technology. These thermal tubes, I believe, are part of that. And I just met a petrified dwarf. It was like a dwarf statue who'd been shattered, and there's a piece of the dwarf statue, its head, that talks to you. So I kind of met a dwarf in Guild Wars 2. That's a big deal. You guys might not care. You guys might be thinking, whatever. But seriously, I've been playing this game for years. No dwarfs. I just met a dwarf. All right, so this dwarf said, hey, turn off the machines to stop the island from being destroyed, which is never going to happen. It's an MMO. And for the fourth machine, I need to get these pieces of Mersat, are kind of like these, let's just call them gods for all intents and purposes. They're these uber wizards that were evil and died out a long time ago, and one of them is back. At any rate, I need to find these pieces of Mersat armor to disguise myself to get into a trapped area where the last machine is. So here's what I should be doing, and instead I'm faffing about attacking sloth queens. Oh, there's a whole new heart to work on here. And, oh, here, is this the heart for the circus? Yeah, here we go. Here's the heart for the circus. And I was going to fill up this circus heart to find out what stuff the circus has on sale when you get, it's kind of like faction reputation with them. This right here, by the way, I can't reach it. Some, like, commerce hub that's way up on a, what is it called, on a spire. I think you have to buy access to it with gems. I could be wrong about that. I have something like that where I go to what's called Mistlock Sanctuary. Alright, so that's enough for that faffing about. Let's go find these pieces of armor. Oh yeah, I was going to show you this. Look. Alright, this is something I had to unlock. You know, I might have to sneak. Oh, hold on. Okay, here we go. This is something I had to unlock. Watch this. It's like fast travel. Wait, what if I wanted to get out of that tube? Oh, well. Oh, I've been up here, and it puts me up here. Look at that. Yeah. The wings that Guild Wars adds after Heart of Thorns makes such a huge difference to traversing the world. All right, so over here to the right below me, that's the main piece of armor, and then there's, I think, like gloves, boots, and a helmet over there to the left. Those are the 3 marks on my map. Let's go ahead and check out what the deal is here with this armor suit. It's chest armor. Oh, it's just lying there. I guess I get it. That was easy. That's his special wings, is riding a meteorite. And he paid gems for that, just like I paid gems for my necromancer wings. Alright, so now we've got 4 more. What is this? Collapse the destroyer. So I would go over here and do that, but I doubt there are players over there. If it was like a weekend night or something, and there were probably more people playing, I could probably go over there and find more people, but I doubt I could do this by myself. Oh, and I could go get this Vista. No, okay, let's keep our eyes on the prize. We're worried about these pieces of armor. So straight ahead. Watch me land like Batman. How cool is that? Why would you play Arkham Knight when you could play Guild Wars? Let's see if I can take this guy. So this is he's got the little bronze ring around him. That means he's a veteran. Not quite an elite, not quite a legendary. I think I can take him. We'll do some debuffs. So now I've got 3 debuffs on him, and I use Feast of Corruption, which I don't know if you saw the little bitey thing. I think I'm okay. I'll just go ahead and go into my life force. I do this to extend my life force. Then I do this for damage over time, which will immobilize him, which is actually not that big a deal because he's not moving anyway. I'll explain to you immobilization and torment in a minute. I can do this, which will jump to him and chill him, which slows down his attacks. And now I'm almost out of life force. And now I'm back in my normal form, so do these to bleed him. You'll note he's got 8 stacks of bleeding. I'll blind him. And look at the little jaws for Feast of Corruption. You couldn't see that because he's already green. Easily killed him. I was never in any danger, so this is a great, this is just a solid melee fighting build. All right, they're the boots. The other things are not within range yet. So let's get over there and get some boots. Oh, right. He's a quest giver. Ooh. Chapter 8. As the dragons returned to their cyclic slumber, the elder races re-emerged. The once powerful Jotun, whatever, refused to rely on magic ever again. They have since remained ignorant, brutish creatures. Yeah, they have. Wait, why wasn't that an achievement thing? Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I don't know why I'm bothering. I have so much mithril ore. Do any of you guys need to borrow some mithril ore? Chapper says, did Tom not stop playing since Friday? Ancient armor. Alright, it's up there. Oh, shoot. Am I going to have to land up? No, wait. Dagnabbit. I have to fly up there. Alright. Well, fortunately, it's easy enough to... Oh, God, I'm burning! Oh, except I'm not. Haha. Here's the entrance. Fortunately, I know I can use this. Man, it would be a pain in the ass if I didn't have these. And it'll fly me up to that higher spot again. So I need to land, I presume, on that platform. Ooh, what's the event here? What is this? This implies there's some big global event, right? Oh yeah, there it is. Defeat Jade constructs and destroy other Mirsat defenses. Alright, well I'm not going to do that. I've got a quest to do. And which ones are the boots? Alright, right over there. I don't know that I can get that far. It's right there. So maybe try landing here first. There's no updrafts that'll get me over there. You know, let's try landing on this thing here. Shoot, I'm not going to make it. There we go. Ah! Alright. I want to get up there and get that unbound magic. I must get that. I must. Fredui wants to know if I can stream iOS games. I'm afraid not, Fredui. Actually, I don't think I can. Does anyone know? How do you stream iOS games? Okay, carefully. There, sweet. 4 unbound magic. What's unbound magic? Here's my inventory. Here is my wallet. People have made fun of Guild Wars for having so many different forms of currency, but that's what MMOs do, right? Some of the forms of currency are specific to areas. So if we filter this to map currencies, you will see that unbound magic, I have 1,038, is a map currency, and it's for this area here. I can spend this, well, I'll spend that later, but I was saving up to get 1,000 to buy something. Alright, let's go land and get those boots. You can check out my flying skills. Flying skills also involve falling skills. You just do that. Alright, we've got the boots. Let's see, what else am I missing? Fred Uwe wants to know how well Tom would do in Through the Ages. Fred Uwe, as long as I'm playing the easy AI, I'm good. As long as I'm not playing actual people who know what they're doing, I'm good. The Through the Ages on iOS is spectacular. Richard Holt says he doesn't think I like the board game version. Richard Holt, I don't like the Vladichivatl's designs. And did I get his name right? Vladichivatl? Is that how you say it? I don't, because he's the Mage Knight guy, right? Which I genuinely think is one of the worst board games ever made. Did he do Neuroshima Hex? No, that's not him. What else? I think he did some like dungeon pet game or something that I don't like. What else has Vladichivatl done? At any rate, I like his design for Through the Ages a lot. However, it's a really hard board game to get going because A, it's difficult to teach. That's not really an issue. More importantly, it's difficult to learn. You have to play Through the Ages a few times before learning how to not stall your economy. So when you sit down with the board game with new players, it's one thing to teach the game, I'm comfortable with that, but it's something else entirely for a new player to figure out the economy. And generally what's going to happen is a new player is just going to stall out his economy and be stuck in last place for the duration of what could easily be, it's a long game, what, 3-4 hours? Dungeon Pets, yeah, thank you, Richard Holt. So I like the design for Through the Ages a lot. As a board game, I don't really think it's a feasible game for a casual group, which is the kind of group that I play with. Space Alert! Oh my god, I hate Space Alert so bad. That's the timed one, right? Or that's the one where you put on a CD, like you put on a times, like and it times your oh god, I hate that. Galaxy Truck or Space Alert, I hate those games. Okay. How do I get up there? Well, the thermal ports don't go there. Thermal tubes. Maybe they do. Maybe I can wind around. Let's see. Richard Holt says people stream Nintendo 3DS games. I mean, do you just put like a webcam on the screen? Hazy Silhouette wants to know why I'm back to dual wielding instead of pole dancer staff. Hazy Silhouette, perfect opportunity for some Tom-splaining here. All classes have unique skills based on which weapons they have equipped. Let me just refer you to this row right here. This row here is what happens when a necromancer equips a staff, like so. And you can see here are the skills. These skills, as these icons indicate, they're all marks. They're bits that you drop on the ground to buff allies or debuff enemies. So basically, this is a standoff support role when you have a necromancer with a staff. This is not what this build is about. I wanted a build that was more of a melee fighter that could kind of, not necessarily tank, but that could kind of sit there and go toe-to-toe with enemies. I specifically wanted to do something like that because I wanted it to be more interactive than the pet build I've been using, which is moderately interactive. You know, you've got your pets and you use their abilities at different times, and you are, of course, augmenting what they do and who they're fighting with these little marks here. But I wanted something that was a direct toe-to-toe melee combatant. So here is where I looked at the different weapon skills that I had with other weapons. So for instance, I won't go through all of them, but with a dagger, you can have it in your main hand and your offhand. I've got an offhand dagger, which does this bleed radius and this little swarm, which blinds enemies. The scepter, I just kind of randomly chose among a scepter. What was the other thing I could have used? Oh, the axe. I've used an axe before. So since I'd never used a scepter, I wanted to try a scepter. And the scepter has, its basic attack causes bleeding. So Blood Curse ramps up through 3 levels of bleeding. And then this is Feast of Corruption, which does a debuff called Torment. And Torment does a lot of damage if the enemy moves. So one of the things you can do is pile up Torment on someone while you're like slowly walking backwards where they have to move. This is one of the difficult things in PvP, is when someone casts Torment on you, don't chase them, stand there, wait for the Torment to go. That's one of the things that is, you can jump into PvP and just run around and shoot people, but then there's a separate level of playing where you appreciate things like Torment, which I don't. I'm not that good at PvP. So the Scepter causes bleeding. It causes the Torment thing. And this also, the secondary ability here, this is a radius attack. It drops this little radius of grasping skeleton hands, and they inflict bleeding. So I've got bleeding from the Scepter's basic attack, from its little secondary radius attack, and from this dagger's offhand attack. So I immediately, and this is something that necromancers do, different classes can emphasize different kinds of conditions or debuffs. So necromancers, of course, they cause bleeding. So then you set up these specializations, and I'm not going to show you all of these, but they're basically, you slot a category and then you navigate through this little tree to give yourself special abilities. So mine is based on building up debuffs and specifically bleeding, which is why I have this Scepter Dagger combo, is they both cause bleeding. So no more pole dancing, staff, even though it's a cool staff. And now I've got a Scepter and a Dagger. So there you go. How's that for some Tom-splaining? All right, we're going to try to wrap around here. Sometimes my little dragon scares me. I see it out of the corner of my eye and think I'm getting attacked. It's the wing movement that throws me. All right. Oh, there seem to be stairs. As long as there's also dudes. In one of the areas, you can shoot things while you're flying, which is pretty cool. Oh, shoot. All right. Alright, so debuffs on him. Feast of Corruption. I love the little jaws. Did you see the little jaw bite? Let's go ahead and go into Life Force. I'll drain his hit points to increase my Life Force. Tainted Shackles, which they can cause torment, but he's not moving, so it doesn't matter. Use this thing. I don't want to pull that other one. And I'm about to run out of Life Force and go back to regular. And now do these little bleeding. There's the dagger. Here's the scepter. Use the blinding from the dagger, and then little feast of shoot. I've drawn that guy. Right. This is how you die in MMOs, is you draw one enemy too many. Alright, let's use healing. Let's go ahead and target him. I think I'll be okay, because you'll note I've built up some life force. There's the two. Oh shoot, I went to my staff on accident. That was an accident. Alright, do the bleeding. Do the blind with the dagger. Feast of Corruption. And now I've got some life force. Go into here. Drain the life force from him. Use Tainted Shackles. See if I can get him to move and to do extra damage from the torment. He's not going to. Okay, I can jump to him and chill. Okay, I'm out of life force, but now my healing skill has finished its cooldown while I was in life force. And we're back to doing these little bleeding area effects and the blind. And then check out the Feast of Corruption. Look at the bite. I love that little chomp. You can hear a little chomp sound effect. And there we go. So I took on two veterans on accident. Looks like these stairs will take us where we need to go. All right, let's see. Sorry, I'm ignoring the chat. Lord Kosk says, I don't even remember the question that started the Tom-splaining. I was asked why I'm using a dual wield instead of the staff. Let me reiterate. I'll go back over this because you might have missed some of it, so I'll just repeat all of it. I won't. I'm kidding. So this is actually, Steph, this has been a fundamental part of what I've been doing with Guild Wars lately. With Guild Wars lately is sitting down, puzzling over this screen right here and what my different options are. And keep in mind, each of these 3 slots, there are 5 different things that can go in each of them. So I'm not using Soul Reaping or Death Magic in this build. So you choose the weapon, you choose these specializations. And that's not all, by the way. You then choose which of these skills to slot numbers 1 through 5. So I literally sat down with a legal pad and I made a template for how the hotkeys lay out. And I worked out, okay, what kind of build do I want? It's just like, it's like Diablo 3 is the same thing, right? You get a big basket of tools, of toys basically, of gadgets, of doodads, of abilities, and you figure out how to best piece them together. You know what else is like that? Real-time strategy games. A faction in a real-time strategy game deciding which units you want to build, which upgrades to make. That same part of real-time strategy games that I really enjoy, I enjoy that about things like an action RPG with character builds like this. By the way, I've got mail. Let's see what my mail says. Hopefully it's nothing embarrassingly personal. No! What did I buy from the auction house? I must have already gotten it. Oh, I sold. Okay, right. Yeah. I sold this. I had a repeat of it, apparently. This little pet for a full gold, which is a fair bit of money. Let's see. What else? Yeah, what's this heat signature thing? I guess that's a cool name for a game. Lord Kosk wants more. What's HOB? Votes. Pony Carnival wants to know if the doc could be publicly viewable. It is. Pony Carnival. It's one of my docs. Yeah, there should be a link to it. Yep, there you go. Pony Carnival wants to know what's the link. I don't. Can I paste that link? You know what? I should stick it underneath in the description for the YouTube and Twitch videos. All right, can I stand on that? That looks like a weird texture. Yeah, okay. That's pretty. Ooh. All right, so right. I should be looking at what I need. Oh, it's below me. So I seem to have gone too high. And there's one over here, which is out there. All right, so let Let me walk down, by the way. Hopefully those guys haven't respawned yet. Okay, it's at this level. It's right over there. Can I fly around there? Alright, I'm gonna take this guy. Shoot! So, see that little Grim Reaper drawing? When I fall a certain distance... Wait a minute. Mounts are disabled in this area. Well, haha, I don't have one. Check this out, by the way. Corruption. I have a sigil on one of my weapons that is called Corruption. Whenever I kill something, it adds a stack of Corruption. This can go up to 25, and each one increases the damage I do with conditions, which in my case is usually the bleeding ability. I thought when I fell that that little icon was showing me that I got a vampiric bonus breed. Well, at any rate, it's gone. Oh, let's go ahead and eat. Always, never adventure on an empty stomach. Let's have a piece of peach pie, which, I forget what it's in. Mainly, it gives you a bonus for experience points. It gives me extra vitality and a slow health regeneration. Peach pie is something that someone in our guild crafted. If you're in our guild, you can grab that stuff from the guild bank. Okay, so I don't think this guy does any sort of knockback, which would be, which would make for a much different fight on this ledge. There's nothing like having to get to a high area and then being knocked off by some stupid monster. Okay, and then play out my life force by using, what is it actually called? Life Blast. He interrupted one of my bleed things there. Okay, Feast of Corruption. Look at these little jaws. Chomp. So something you haven't seen me doing is using, really, other than healing, these skills here. Partly because this is the epidemic I mentioned before that will spread debuffs on one enemy to other nearby enemies. So this is pretty much the only thing I have that's helpful in a group. Like when I get swarmed by a bunch of stuff, these little bleeding areas will work against them, but this build is mainly about going toe-to-toe with one enemy, and the epidemic can help. The reason I'm not using these, this is on a long cooldown, it's my elite skill, just use that if I'm in trouble. These things here provide passive bonuses. This one just makes me go faster, but if I need to, in a bind, I can use this for additional healing with this one right here. There you go, Tom's Splaining. Can I get across? Ooh. There we go. There was an achievement for it. Chapter 3. We Mersat and the Forgotten forged armies of powerful constructs to destroy the dragons. The Seers, Dwarves, and Jotun are giants, right? Did not want to fight. This drove a rift between us and them. Alright, can I get that? If I fall, I'm gonna... Oh! Ooh, look! There's a whole line of them. I want those. I want all of them. So not only are they unbound magic, they're experience points. Alright, I think I can get across here. So, any good platform... Well, ArenaNet knows that I'm going to come up here and get this armor for a quest. They then know I'm going to have to get down, so they put this here. Oh, shoot, I bet I got it wrong. Dagnabbit! Oh, I'm so angry. No, okay, there. Well, I missed the first one. Shoot, I'm about to run out of glider juice. Oh, actually, and that was the other thing I needed, right around over there. It's right there. Can I swing this? Oh, shoot, the monkey, no! There, I grabbed it anyway. Oh, I'm wearing this stuff. All right, that's what... Ooh, look at that. Oh, I came not ready for that. What? So that's how I'm dressed now. All right, game. I mean, I'm really, you know, this looks like I'm playing Destiny 2 all of a sudden. Don't get me wrong, I like some Destiny 2, but everybody in Destiny 2 has to look the same way. There's a kind of a homogeneity in Destiny 2. And all the like, hey, what crazy wacky armor do you want to wear?
Well, I'll be. You sure look the part. Those defenses shouldn't trouble you now. Good luck in your search. But if you fail and the volcano erupts, at least it'll take this terrible place with it.
Ascend the fortress and activate the machine. So look, while I've got this armor on, I have no abilities. How am I supposed to ascend a fortress? I guess I still have my wings. Oh, look at the unbound magic I didn't get. Who's bombing me? I think... Alright. Well, I do still have my wings, right? Yeah. Can I do this and then fly down? I'm a little concerned that it's deactivated all of my skills. Like, what if I get into combat? Alright, so we want to... Oh, way back over here? Which is where I was. So, right through there. I don't know, man. Okay, let's... Oh, maybe just this path here. Right. Oh, you know what? I bet they're not going to aggro on me. They are going to aggro on me, but I'm invulnerable. Haha, I'm wearing Murstot armor. Go ahead, do that all you want, monster. See if I care. Ooh, more lore. You can never have enough lore in games that you like. Chapter 6, we slid sideways into another layer of awareness to avoid having our magic stolen from us. Now, remember, that was an achievement. What? Ooh, we got a vista up here. What if I wanted to see that achievement and see more about it? When you look at your achievements, it shows you the most recent ones that you did. Wait. Yeah, here we go. All right, so this doesn't tell you where they are. All right, so I've read 3, 6, and 8 of the Murstot tablets. If I get one more, I'll hit the 5th tier and I'll get an achievement point. If I find all 10 of them, I get this reward here. Magic Warped Packet. Contains basic crafting materials with a chance to get a cinnamon. All right, well. I'm not doing any crafting because search me if I remember the first thing about what to do with crafting. Now we can admire the volcano mountain here. Yep, lava. You don't see that very often. Certainly not in fantasy RPGs. See? A skull. Edgy, right? His Silhouette wants to know my light level. I'm assuming you mean in Destiny 2. My light level in this? 22. When you hit level 80, you then start leveling the post-level cap leveling is called masteries. And you can see down here, and you see it when you mouse over someone's mastery level. So I have 22 points in masteries. I don't know how high it goes. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I don't want to do that, though. We have to get up here. Here we are, ascending the fortress to activate the machine, and I think this will end this chapter in Season 3. I could be wrong. I don't know how long the chapters are. But I feel one of the ways you can sort of guess when a chapter ends, if you look at the map. Oh, okay, I've still got this area that I haven't been to. So I'm guessing there's going to be some crazy boss battle or something in here. But otherwise, the chapter has mostly moved me around through all these areas on the map. Oh, here, there's stairs. Duh. There, right there. Oh, it's where I was before. Okay. Look, now I can use it. Oh, I just zapped right to it. All right, and I can turn the machine on. Cutscene. I'm guessing there would be music here too if I hadn't turned the music off. Oh, look, it's crying. It's a crying skull. So I seem to have turned off lava? Report back to Roban. Who was Roban? That real means he's watching a movie. Chris Markinson wants to know if there will be the Patreon review request notice up this weekend. Oh, whoop. What have I just found? Hold on. I guess it is about that time, Chris Markinson, yeah. Either this weekend or next. When? I just got a visual. Alright, scratches on the ground. It looks like something heavy was dragged into the fissure. Is this something I have to mess with? I guess not. Maybe this guy knows something. Alright, we are reporting to Roban, who is, I guess, that... He's not that ghost. Who's Roban? Where the heck is Roban? Way back here? At Skrit Anchorage? Let's see, can I ride thermal tubes? I feel like I should finish this heart right here. Defeat Mersat defenses, Jade constructs, and destroyers. Yeah, I'm going to fly down and do that. Have I gotten this one? I have not... Yes, I have gotten this one. Alright, I'm going to stick around and do that heart. There! See, I knew it. When I fall, I get vampiric aura for a few seconds. Which just means that any damage I do, I drink some of it as health. And that's just one of the weird things on the skill tree. Oh, look, there's one I could have got. Shoot a monkey. I've read this one, right? Yeah. Don't show it to me if I've already read it. Alright, here we go. That's it. I got all of them. Sweet. Alright, let's come down here and kill the... Here's an updraft. I'll get... Oh, what is... Oh, yeah, okay. That's a mastery down there that I've gotten. So basically, defeat defenses, Jade constructs, and destroyers. Alright, let's go kill stuff. Oh, and then it will unlock, for her, a little story. Or a little store, in which will presumably have some little narrative touches. What's that? Oh shoot, this might be a counter match. Oh shoot, alright. I think I'm gonna hate this. Yeah. Oh, this counter magic is so annoying. At least I'm not having to fight. So, I've got this little counter magic burst that you unlock. Whatever. I'm not even gonna bother explaining it because it's dumb. Ah, you can't get up there. Oh, I guess you can. Fine. Ooh. So these ain't... I think these... Does it have magic in it? No, okay. You can find these petrified trees that have unbound magic in them. I'm going to spare you inventory management, and I'm not going to open up that bag. What is that? This old plank seems to have washed up during high tide and become lodged here. Perhaps someone would know more about it. Sweet. Alright, I'll just use my counter magic on this silly thing. Oh, look at my health. Whoops. Oh, dadgummit, I hit my elite skill instead of my stupid counter magic. What is that plank that I found? Captain Grumby. Alright, show it to Captain Grumby. Who's that ghost? He's a ghost captain. Alright, let's go finish this one off. Counter magic's a spell you learn. Otherwise, I think I can just stand here and punch this. And then when it attacks me, I use counter magic and presumably turn its attack against it. Whatever. Oh, it's Request Wednesday, right? You know what? I don't think I've mentioned that the whole time. So we'll do a drawing for Request Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, which was 1 minute ago. Which I'll do as soon as I get my heart for this area. And we blind him. Okay, Feast of Corruption. Watch these little jaws. Chomp. I find that, whoops, I find that very gratifying. I'm easy to please. Life Force. tainted shackles, and I'll go ahead and move out of his range and force him to move, hopefully. Come on, move. You can see the number, 791, 780, 800. He's not moving. 836, 880. You can see all the damage that Torment is doing. And furthermore, these hits, you can also see the accumulated bleeding on him. Look at that, 1028, 923, 685. And also, check this out. All of this stuff is logged. Oh yeah, numbers. Look at all this. And don't think that I haven't. Look, all the attacks by name with tooltips that tell you, that remind you what the attack is or where. Wait, where's the specific attack? Look. Torment, look at all the torment damage, color coded. I love all this stuff. Alright, let me get that out of you guys' way, 'cause I know you guys don't care about that. Alright, let's work our way over towards Grumby, and then by then we will probably have filled up the heart for this area. Do you see how I dodged out of that ranged attack? That area of effect attack he was doing? Go ahead, do it again. I got Unbound Magic and an Unstable Rag from that guy. The Unstable Rag is just something that you break down and it gives you cloth crafting materials. I'm pretty sure I've read that one as well. So, I have this plank here I want to ask you about. Do you know what this piece of wood I found on the beach is from? By the Five Gods, that's a piece of my old ship. I haven't seen one of those in centuries. Odd request, but can I have it? It reminds me of... ... better times. I appreciate you helping me out. Please take it. Or, I think I'll hang on to it for now. Sorry, Captain. Why? Why is that even an option? Wait, what did I get? What? I didn't even get experience points? Give me that back. Oh my god, what a dick. He didn't even give me anything for it. I brought it. No, he didn't give me anything. It would be right there in my inventory. That guy's a jerk. Now I'm sorry I helped you. What does that do? Alright, fine. It's the last time I ever help a ghost. Alright, this should give me the heart for the area, and then we'll go do drawing for Request Wednesday. When I dodge an attack, you didn't see it, it causes also, this is something I've set up in my build, a bleeding aura. Where if somebody walks into it, it inflicts bleeding on them. Alright, I got a heart there for Ember Bay, and now I can go talk to this person over here, and she'll have a store with unique stuff for sale. And let's see what it is. Alright, petrified wood, everybody in this area sells it. It's a basic resource that goes into buying this mini. If I wanted that Captain Grumby, the guy who... I gave him a plank and he did nothing. He just took it. Let's attack him. Why are you drawing that over here, jerk? I was talking to an NPC vendor. Wow, what was that sound effect? Alright, what else are you selling? Pocket Jade Armor. It's a consumable, summons a pet Jade Armor for 5 minutes. So, it's not a mini, so I'm assuming it fights with you? Huh. Endless Jade Construct Tonic. Look how expensive. Oh.
Always a pleasure.
Quit. God, you people are dumb. I'm Star Reader Zazzy. What a dill hole. It says the Endless Jade Construct Tonic. Double click to transform for 15 minutes. You'll be unable to fight while transformed. Why? Why would I spend 75,000 karma for that? Huh. And then these right here are just consumables that you use for gathering resources. All right, let me now get my little reward for it, which I think is experience. Oh, no, karma and money. All right, let's go do a drawing for Request Wednesday. Let me teleport back here. Normally I'd go ahead, you know, my whole goal in this stream was to show you guys this weird little circus over here and what happens there when I do their, you know, I'm fine. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm teleporting there. If anybody wants to stick around after the drawing for Request Wednesday, I'm bound and determined to figure out what the deal is with this circus. Hey, I thought I stopped the earthquakes. Oh, maybe not. All right. We're safely inside, and then going to repair my armor because it got broke when I got killed. It actually didn't get broke. Like, armor gets damaged, but it's only when each of these pieces of armor is damaged that... I'm pretty sure this is right. When you die, each time you die, you get a little damage icon on one of these pieces of armor, and you've got 6 of them here. You then respawn with a little bit less life. This is a mechanic that's from the original Guild Wars. When all 6 of them are broken, then you're totally screwed. I believe... Actually, is that right? Basically, the point is when you die, you're eventually going to have to find one of these anvils. It doesn't cost any gold. Again, the penalties in Guild Wars for dying and for repairing stuff, they're geographical. Like, I need to come back here and repair. Okay, are you guys ready for Request Wednesday? Let's see. Some vote changes. Okay. What do you guys want me to play as a follow-up for Trinity? What? Hazy Silhouette says he's not sure that a beach plank is worth much of a reward, but it had value to the guy. It had, like, he was attached to it. It was a piece of his old ship, and I gave it to him. You know, there should be some sort of reward for that. All right, I'm going to, I need to run into the kitchen real quick and get a drink of water. My throat is killing me. And then I'm going to come back and do a drawing for Request Wednesday. And then I'm going to figure out what the deal is with this circus. And maybe find out why they're keeping a huge queen sloth. So stand by. I'll be right back. Give me 1.5 minutes. All right, be right back. Oh, whoops. Was I not muted? All right, I'm back. Let's see. Let's go to Request Wednesday. Join me on my desktop here. You should see the whole thing, right? Nope, just a part of it. Wait, is that right? I should figure out how the streaming software works. At any rate, I think you can see enough of it. Here are the choices for Request Wednesday. We also have participating to make sure it is free and fair. Ashley Parker. All right, I'm going to go through and rate these the way that things should be rated on a scale of 1 to 5 stars. Realms of Arcania, super old. I'm not sure. So this was chosen in a comment section on one of the videos. And Mighty T said something about, yeah, the character, when you roll up your party, is really cool. So he specifically wanted me to do that part. However, it's a super old game. It can't be any good. 2 stars, I don't like it. Brigador, 4 stars. I really like it. For some reason, Henry Ulrich, and he constantly votes for it. You guys seeing this? Yeah. For some reason, Henry Ulrich is keen on me playing the Swordfish, which I think is one of the hovercraft, which are really hard to control in Brigador. Heat Signature, don't know anything about it. I know it's from the guy who did Gunpoint, which I also don't know anything about. The name makes me think it has something to do with missiles locking onto something. I mean, I like it, I guess. I'm curious about it because enough people like it. Niche, what? It's got to be a text adventure like Trinity, 1 star. Heat Signature. Bayonetta. All right. Everyone get comfortable. We're going to be here for a while. You know what? There. Ellipses just to imply the rest of the stars. Hegemony 3. Really like Hegemony. Really good. Kind of. It in a way competes. Well, it's similar to the Total War games, but without a separate tactical module. I really like what they're doing. It's a shame that more people don't appreciate the Hegemony series. Marvel vs. Capcom, -1 star. Don't understand that game. You know, can we give 0 stars? There are no 0 stars. Do not understand it, especially after Injustice 2. Injustice 2 has a really cool single-player component with character equipment and grinding and even kind of like, it's not really crafting. I guess you're trading in materials for loot boxes, whatever. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? It's just, battle the AI. Go into the screen. There's challenges. Can you pull off this combo flip reversal block counter? Jesus. And the Capcom characters, the guy with the arm that shoots rope, the little tiny ghouls and goblins knight, Mega Man, Ruiner. I like the graphics on it. I'm not sure that the combat system is all that. Frankly, I'd rather play that black and white Aztec theme one. I think it's called Aztez, something like that. Destiny 2. I'll be posting a review of that soon. Sakura Dungeon. I think a big old interactive movie, right? From the Ninja Theory guys. I'm curious about it, but I'm gonna hedge my bets and guess that I wouldn't really like it. Hob. No idea what it is, but I see now that it's not HOB. It's not an acronym for something. It sounds like an adventure game where you play like a hobgoblin. I'm gonna assume 2 stars. I don't like adventure games. Just don't work for me anymore. I realize that playing Trinity. Guild Wars. I'm assuming there should be a 2 there. Morfight. Man, what kind of game? Oh, is that? I think I got a press release about Morfight. Morfight. Don't know what to make of it. The name, like, it makes me think of a mineral substance that changes. Morfight, right? I'm intrigued by the name. RimWorld, meh. I mean, I can appreciate these games for having their narrative. If I was to play one of these, like, craft survive games, I would play... You know, if it came down to, hey, Tom, which survival crafting, run around and gather materials and give your guys jobs game would you play? I would opt to read a book. Now, RimWorld is pretty cool. I feel like I've seen plenty of it through watching McMaster post videos. DEF CON is a really good game. I'm not sure how well it would stream, though. Quest for Glory 3. Adventure game. All right, we are now going to choose a random number between 1 and 19, and that will be what we live stream. Oh, Sakura Dungeon is not Hellblade Senior. That's exactly what I was thinking of, Richard Holt. Thank you. Oh, and it's Pony Carnival, too, so it's got to be a roguelike. I like roguelikes. Yeah, I was completely... Thank you, Richard. Richard Holt, I feel like you know me well enough that you can peek inside my mind when I say dumb things and understand what I meant to say. All right, out of 19 nominees, join me Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific for a live stream of the game DEF CON from Introversion. I guess we'll be playing the AI. There's some cool stuff in DEF CON. Great sound design. And as far as games about nuclear war, you can't top it. So there you go. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, a live stream of DEF CON, one of Introversion's finest games. It's no prison craft. What's that game called? I like their last game a lot. I'm confused. What's Escapist? At any rate, Introversion is great. I loved their Darwinia games. Those are RTSs. Those are very cool. Richard Holt says you can play DEF CON with chat. Wait, sounds like DEF CON. Wait, what? Richard Holt's talking about DEF CON? Or no, I think Richard Holt just meant to write DEF CON. What do you mean with chat? Prison Architect, thank you, McMaster. Prison Craft is, I don't know why they didn't go with that name. All right, but now more important business. What's the deal with this circus? All right, to get them to like us enough to find out what's on sale, and I don't think... There's no quest or anything. This is just a weaponsmith. Oh, yeah, look at this. So normally, the people who sell weapons, and I think they got these out. They got most of these were, I'm sure they're somewhere, but I remember running into people who sold weapons and armor thinking, why would I ever buy the base weapon and armor when I'm finding all this magical stuff? So when I see one of these vendors, I'm like, why are you selling weapons? But then I look at these weapons. So let's look at what dagger they have for sale. This dagger does 924 to 981 points of damage. Its minimum damage way above my current dagger's maximum damage. That is a nice dagger. Let's buy it. Oops. 100 gold. As I mentioned before, in all the years of playing Guild Wars, I've accumulated about 70 gold. I'm not going to be able to afford that anytime soon. What if I wanted to buy that? Let's say right now, let's do some money. Let's say I want to buy the Carnival Dagger. I'm not about to do this, but let's do some math. 100 gold. If we go here, we find out in real world money. So if I wanted to get 100 gold, that would be 616 gems. Let's buy 616 gems. That, oh. I mean, $10 is still ridiculous, but okay. I can imagine someone with more money than sense doing that. All right, so the dagger would basically be about, what is that, 850 or so. Did I do the math right? At any rate, if I was to put $10 in the game right now, I could walk away with that Carnival Dagger. Not going to do it, though. All right, I guess the only deal with this circus right now is to just fill up the heart and see what...
Let's play a game.
Oh, hi, my name is Lava. Are you a necromancer? I am! She could tell by the way I was dressed. Chris Markinson, why are you saying... Yeah, I did a podcast, and I had a great time talking to these guys, the guys at Introversion, about Prison Architect, in which they told me, I in my review, said something about I thought it was an indictment of using the prison system, of the privatization of the prison system in the United States. And I mentioned that to them, and they're like, oh, well, we didn't really think of that, but I guess... And so I had a great time talking to them, and then it's one of those things where I recorded it like the week before I was going to actually post it. And in the intervening time, I emptied my recycle bin after I had deleted it, and it's super annoying. Richard Holt says, play to win confirmed. You can definitely do that. You can definitely pour money into this game for gameplay advantage. All right, she knows I'm a necromancer. Mama tells me stories about all the different people and animals back in Tyria. Hope I get to see them one day. How long have you been here? I don't know. Mama tells me about a place called the City. Sounds so amazing. Mama says it's like a giant circus full of tons of performers and suckers. Can't wait to see it. All right. There better be an achievement for talking to everyone in this town. Once again, wrecked ship is the decor. Oh, I feel like there's something up there. Someone's trying to get up there for a reason. So it used to be in Guild Wars, and they do have jumping puzzles in Guild Wars, strictly optional, but if you wanted to do achievements there's certain achievements associated with jumping puzzles. Uh, the flying, like, you never have to jump anywhere for the most part. Just find a higher spot and fly to it. Now, I'm sure there's some places where that's not an option. What? Oh, that's a lantern up there. I thought it was an icon over the NPC. So if I wanted to get up there, there's nothing up there, right? Why was that person trying to get up there? If I wanted to get up there, I would fly down onto it instead of figuring out ways to jump up to it. All right, let's see. For the circus, donate valuable pearls and eggs, breaking open giant clams on the beach. Let's head out to the beach. Now, I have all of the tags turned off. Normally, players' names, creatures' names, where it says thermal tube there, that's because it's under my cursor. Oh, no, it's not. It shows it anyway. Oh, man, I don't want that there. Normally, the game has a lot more. So there you go. See, I was looking at a valuable egg. Is that what it was? Yeah. Since it's under my cursor, it lights up what it is. If I want to know what that creature is, it's a reef drake. Normally, all this stuff is turned on, but I have it turned off because it spoils immersion. That guy's out of my range. There we go, veteran stonehead. But if I want to, at a glance, see what's out there, if I hold down the Alt key, it lights up. Like, is that a player? Is that an NPC? It lights up player names. I can now see, oh, there's three players over there doing a group event. I could go join them. Alternatively, if I hold down the Control key, it lights up monsters and harvestable stuff. Why is that me screaming? All right, let's go ahead and get in on this thing. Oh, it's the sloth feeder thing. Well, I'm not going to do that. So if I hold down this Control key, I can see, okay, where's stuff that I can interact with here? I thought there were supposed to be clams on the beach. Breaking open giant clams on the beach. Where? Are they under here? Because this isn't on the beach. This is underwater. Ah! Love the underwater stuff in Guild Wars, but we're not going to do that right now. All right, these guys are annoying because they cause a dazed effect, which can shut me down if I'm not careful. All right, there, he's dead. Did that give me hearts with the circus? I don't think it did. All right, well, let's just gather these valuable eggs. I don't know what the deal is with clams. Those mushrooms are a mastery that you unlock. Lets you use the mushrooms to get to higher places. I feel like I should see where that takes me. Osprey Aries. Ooh. So that one up there, I'm guessing you can't get it unless you're using the ley lines. I don't have the mastery for ley lines. Oh, Osprey Airy, because look, ospreys. 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 If you need an osprey, here's the place to come. I don't think I can get that one. No. Oh, if I jump? Yes. All right, let's see. More eggs. Watch this landing. I'm really good at flying. What is that sound effect? Is that the ley line? It is. That's what a ley line sounds like. That's crazy. I like that. I'm not sure what the deal is about breaking clams open on the beach. I don't see any clams. Oh, and where do I turn these in? terribly confused about how to get hearts with the circus. Donating valuable pearls or eggs. Okay. There's that brood mother out there. She's way out there. Oh, shoot. Stupid Drake. Can't fight her unless a lot of people are here. Although it looks like they somehow kited her back onto land near this area. Maybe I should try that later. Alright, who wants these? I'm a little confused. Who wants these eggs? Do you want them?
Welcome to the Ember-based circus, Wayfarer. Home to some of the rarest curiosities on the Fire Islands.
Our ship got caught in a storm. We were shipwrecked here. This was about a year ago. We were coming from Maguma, that's the jungle, with our newest attraction and headed for Lion's Arch. Ah, the sloth. They must have had the sloth. So, do you have a ship? No ship. There's an Azura gate not far from here. Is it big enough for a sloth? Oh, I didn't read this before. I wouldn't want us to leave our sloth. We've worked too hard, and it would bring us a lot of money if we show it in Lion's Arch. It's big, but your window of opportunity is closing fast. What sloth? We trapped a baby sloth in Maguma, but when we got here, it turned aggressive, and it's grown. We need to figure out how to keep it calm so we can transport it. That sounds like a good idea. Good luck. I wonder if it's one of those things like in an MMO where you can never resolve that quest. Hey! What is that a texture for? What, I can't clip the camera through the wall to find out. Oh, it's somebody's wing. Get your pet out of there. You're breaking my immersion. As a game designer, I might put some little collectible in here, but there isn't one. I'm really confused about these eggs.
Yes?
I guess I give them to the heart vendor himself or herself, who's standing right out here. What is that screaming? Where's the heart vendor? Way up here. Why is the circus favor heart vendor way up there? But that's obviously where I bring the eggs. Oh, so I guess it's a beach over here that probably has clams on it. By looking at the wrong beach. Hello, Vice Chief Hernandez. Hello there, hero. You look like a brave soul seeking a challenge. Care to prove your strength and valor this day? How? By defeating the greatest challenge in Tyria. Mystic pearls hide in giant clams on the beach. Magical eggs nestle in the cliffs. Bring me as many as you can, and I'll sing your praises to the skies. All right, he's going to sing for us. Let's give him what we've got so far. All right, let's get him a few more things. I want to check out these clams on the beach. I'm not seeing any clams out there. Not much of a beach. Is it the other beach? The other coast? Oh, I've got this for some reason. Oh, because I've done the daily quota of magic gathering, those little collectibles. Looks like it gives you a chest. All right, clams on the beach here. Well, there's an egg. We'll take that. I guess clams are out of season. Is Lotus just a regular gatherable? Oh, yeah. Cooking ingredient. I do have a cook, a chef. My Char engineer is also a chef. True story. Stoneheads are jerks. They're like these T-Rexy things that charge you. It's like a T-Rex meets a bull. Oh, are those pocket raptors? Oh my god, that would be annoying. Fighting a stonehead with a bunch of those little pocket raptors. Those pocket raptors, look at those jerks. Those guys are so annoying. Unless you just have some easy area, like some whirlwind, attack all enemies in an area. See, look at that guy's mastery level. 170. It goes at least to 170. I'm 21. I've got some work to do. I think these eggs are respawning. So these heart quests are just ways of moving you around the map. Ignore them if you want. should tell this guy, too, there's no clams to be found. Either that or they're not lighting up. That doesn't make any sense. If it's something I can interact with, it would light up. So the water here is yellowish because it's like sulfur water from the volcano. And you can see I've got on a Bane breathing mask. Everybody in Guild Wars gets that. You don't have to worry about your... you don't have a bar for how long you can hold your breath underwater because there are super extensive underwater levels in Guild Wars 2. And what the underwater stuff did is it kind of gave them a basis for, like, it was kind of the original version of a lot of the vertical gameplay in Heart of Thorns. The vertical level design. Oh, there we go. How did that not show up before? Why am I doing no damage to this clam? So it's got on it, this little thing here, occurs when Defiance is broken. How do I break Defiance on a clam? I don't know what Defiance is. I think that's a new gameplay mechanic. Do I have to, like, just bleeding? Do debuffs break Defiance? Oh, they do! There you go. So I guess some kind of debuff. Alright, so I had to bleed the clam first. Oh, and now how do I punch it until it... Wait, why isn't it taking damage? I don't understand what this... Occurs when defense is broken. I'm punching this clam, trying... Give to me your pearl. So in the original, so it's got bleeding on it now. Why does this crippled? But I'm still not doing damage. There we go. All right, so now I can interact with it. Wait, I had an interact. Oh yeah, and I got the pearl. All right. Have I been getting pearls? No, I've got 2 pearls. All right, good. Anyway, the underwater stuff kind of set the framework for all the vertical gameplay that they did in Heart of Thorns, for all the vertical level design. Is that it's existed all along in Guild Wars 2, but just in the context of underwater gameplay, where you can swim around. Basically, you can fly. Alright, he's not quite satisfied. He wants more pearls and eggs. I'm still a little bit mystified about what the interface is telling me. So I just break this line, and then I get the interact cue. What was that? Oh, I think that was another player. Yeah, it's that player there flew over me or jumped over me. All right, let's just finish up by getting him eggs. And then we'll see what he has for sale. Duck Helmet wants to know my Guild Wars 2 light level. I mentioned that before. Duck Helmet, the equivalent of light levels in Guild Wars 2, is Masteries levels. And I have 22. It goes at least to 170. So basically not very high. That's how I would describe it. Alright, this should be plenty for the guy. If he wants more after this, he can go get them himself. Alright, Hernandez. Here you go. Is Jay Hernandez the guy who gets kicked down the elevator shaft by a gay architect in the movie Poseidon? I think he is. Everything I just said is true. What? A few more pixels of eggs and pearls. Fine. Oh, right. Those are those weird manta ray mounts. Alright, just to be safe, we'll get him this egg. All right, Vice Chief Hernandez, here you go.
Is it just me or
Oh.
amazing?
All right, there you are, the bravest, most cunning hero on the island. And to think, I know you. I have some special items for sale just for you. Cost nothing to look. I'll browse a bit. All right, so the petrified wood, which is consistent. Mini rolling devil. Those are goofy. Oh, that's kind of cute. Does it actually roll? When you fight these, they roll up. Ah, there's someone over there fighting pocket raptors. Look at all of them. I believe that's a necromancer. Is that a... It looks like it's someone who is in Death Shroud. But because of that fire effect, that might be the new Scourge specialization for necromancers. I can't tell. Or maybe it's some dude with black armor. If he's in Death Shroud, he's been in there for a long time. Should I help him? Yeah, he's fine. Besides, I'm shopping. Coconuts. It's a crafting good for cooks. Black beans, rice. Very Caribbean. Am I getting punched? Alright. Circus voucher. A discount voucher earned by aiding Ivy's Circus Spectacular. It's 10,000 karma. I feel like I should buy it. And then recipes for cooking. My chef is nowhere near level 400, so I'm not buying these. I kind of want to buy this and see what it does. I mean, there's a super hardcore, long-term end-game grind associated with getting what's called a legendary weapon. And I think you need lots of karma. That's this resource. So, sort of in the back of my head, I've been thinking, oh, don't spend karma. I might want a legendary weapon one day. But who am I kidding? So we're going to buy a circus voucher. See what it does. I want to know if that sloth quest chain goes any further beyond putting the sloth back to sleep in her cave. All right, let's see what this voucher does. It's a trophy. I don't right-click on it. All right, let's maybe go talk to, is her name Ivy? I really want to unlock ley lines. They look like they're a lot of fun. What happened? This is where you get teleported when you talk to her for the story mission. It didn't take my ticket, did it? No. I didn't want to come up here. What happened? Okay, I obviously wasn't looking at the prompt. Alright, so I'll just fly back down to the circus. If you're going to run out of glide juice, just let yourself fall for a while. You can pop it back open after you've fallen. Shoot a monkey. Dagnabbit. Get... Okay, talk. Don't teleport me anywhere. What? Why is she doing that? I don't want to be teleported. I think this is just a dead end. Yeah. Look, I bought your silly circus ticket for 10,000 karma. What does it do? There is, of course, a wiki. Oops. for Guild Wars 2, or I could probably just look it up. Corky says maybe it makes the circus weapons cheaper. Oh! Well, I was never going to be able to afford one anyway. Is that actually implied there? A discount voucher. You know what? Oh, I bet you're right, Corky. Dadgummit. Well, now I feel compelled to buy one of these. Let's see how much cheaper it makes them. Yeah! No way! So if 100 gold for the dagger, didn't we figure out that 100 gold was like $8 or something? An ornate scroll certifying your patronage of the Circus Spectacular Circus Troupe? What on earth? And the thing is, presumably someone had to buy this to figure out what it does, I'm guessing. Or maybe there's somewhere else in the game where it says, hey, to do X, Y, or Z, you need a contract of patronage from the Ivy Circus. All right, well, let's see about the weapons. Why'd she think of me? I didn't buy anything. No, they're still the same price. And it's nothing I can sell her. Come on, you guys. I bought a ticket. Where do I show my ticket? You would think the ringmaster. I guess the ringmaster doesn't take tickets at a circus. Maybe that little girl Lava? That would make no sense. Hey, wake up. Tell me what to do with this ticket. Now, here's where... Look at their little circus standees. Here's where a player optimizing his time with Guild Wars 2, which is not what I am, would just look it up on a wiki.
Will she understand? Will she ever find a mate? Maybe I'm overthinking this.
I don't know who she's talking about. Shoot. 10,000 karma. And not only that, an inventory slot. This is either going to have to live... This is going to have to live in one of the slots in my bank. Unless I destroy it. Corky says, so it's a useless item? Morgan says, it seems to be you get an achievement. So there are... I don't think... If you right-click on something that is a collectible, which goes towards an achievement, it gives you the option to look at the achievement. Let me see if I can show you an example. Here you go. These are books that accumulate pages. Here's the book to get this achievement, which will give you... Oh, I guess a book. It also gives you yeah, it'll give you a total of 4 achievement points. And achievement points go to these chests right here. If I collect all the pages for this book, I will finish this achievement. The Memoirs of Justikar Bauer. I can stick it up there if I want. Oh, by the way. So if the voucher was part of a collection achievement, I think it would tell me. Did I get an achievement for buying it? Chris Markinson's linking to the wiki entry for... Oh. He's talking about the contract of patronage that costs 1,000 gold. That seems to be an achievement. Yikes. Oh, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Chris Markinson looked it up. The item was originally designed to reduce the price on the carnival weapons. This was removed from the final release. Corky says, so it's a useless item. Markinson says, it certainly seems to be. You get an achievement. I got an achievement? All right. Corky's reading. Players can choose to use 10 circus vouchers per weapon to reduce its price by 20%. Dagnabbit. That's what I get for not looking stuff up. Now I feel compelled to buy one of those stupid circus weapons. Which would mean spending, what, 10 more or 9 more karma worth of... So 90,000 more karma for vouchers. Which, to be fair, I've got plenty. I've got 380,000 karma. The deal with these weapons, though, it looks like is it an infusion slot? There's something in Guild Wars called infusion, which is used specifically in these mini dungeons called fractals. So these have, oh, that does have 2 slots. That's actually good. 2 slots makes a big difference. See, that's only got 1 slot. What? It also doesn't have inherent bonuses like my current dagger. Alright. I officially disapprove of this stupid circus. You people in your circus, you can all just and forget your dumb sloth. I don't even care. I hope you're stuck here forever, jerks. I hate the circus. You know what? Circuses are never a good thing, ever. It is never a good thing to support or go to a circus. P.T. Barnum said, sucker born every minute. And I'm just one of them. Stupid. Even that little girl Lava over there was like, yeah, the cities are full of suckers. And now I've just proved her point. Ugh, dumb circus. Alright, let's turn this in. I'll show you guys. Look. Look, it's a Guild Wars dwarf. You've never seen those. Look at him.
The Isles are downright peaceful.
I'm inside of a bear.
Found all of the contraptions, huh? Of course, it won't be long until the torrent builds again. Perhaps by then I'll have these script whipped into shape. Hey, you still with me, friend? You've got this faraway look in your eyes.
I'm having a vision.
Where'd you float off to just now? You all right?
I just had a vision. A pretty ominous one.
A vision? You sure it's not just the heat playing tricks on you?
This was no hallucination. I have to get back to Tarrier as soon as possible.
Guess I'll have to take your word for it. Well, thank you for the help, friend. The Fire Islands owe you a great debt.
Alright, so what you just saw was this egg, which was instrumental in the last, in Heart of Thorns, as far as defeating the big dragon, the jungle dragon, whatever. After that's resolved, this idea that this egg is still there, getting lots of power. I don't know if that's going to feed into Path of Fire, which is the add-on after Season 3, which is what we're playing, or if all that's resolved in Season 3, who knows. Alright, so I think I now... Check on the egg in Tarrier. Return to the egg chamber. So that's over in Path of Thorns. It's that exalted city, which is right over here in Maguma. God, I'm so mad at the stupid circus. I hope that circus just fails miserably. Oh my. Alright, so this is a global event. Is that a player down? Oh, shoot a monkey. I just saved... So this part of Heart of Thorns is routinely under siege by... these things are called Mordrum. So I got shot by a sniper. See those orange lines? Don't stand on them. Let's go. Man. I don't know if you can tell too. These things right here, these huge glowing suits of armor, players are controlling those, which is super cool. You use a local currency to bid on controlling them. Alright, I'm just going to get out of the way. I'm not ready to fight that fight yet. Oh, they have four. Wait, is this one unmanned? So yeah, I think you have to go into a cave and pay money to Skrit, who are little rat people. Look at all those conditions. Feast of corruption. Nom nom nom. That was me. I totally killed that guy.
Replenishing.
All right, so if I want to get into... Where do I turn in the quest? Wait, why am I... Oh. I need to get in here. Is that right? Where's the quest marker? I think, yeah, it's right there. I think the deal is I need to get in here, but because it's contested, I have to do this global event to get into the city. Am I wrong about that? Yeah, so it says on the right there, complete challenges, select champions for enchanted armor, and prepare to take back Tarir. Yeah. So until Tarir is successfully assaulted and recovered from the Mordrim, I can't turn in my quest. I guess, I'm assuming, and I'm okay with that. And here's what I was talking about before. You can see this is a global event. Here is the reward level I'm going to get, and this can go over 100%. And then these thresholds represent how effective players are at a whole, and I think they eventually are working your way towards this awesome chest. But lots of people have to weigh in. Which I think I am now going to not do. Oh, that's why I'm confused. I've played this a bunch of times from up here, the northern gate. But this event, there are 3 gates. Yeah, there's the northern gate, the southern gate, there's the eastern gate, and there's the western gate. And these are all suits of armor that players can bid on. And when the assault starts, these doors open, and there are big, huge, crazy battles in here involving trying to break down vine walls, I think, and you've got all these big suits of glowy, magical, exalted armor floating around. It's super cool. Like, Guild Wars is really awesome at making crazy, big, epic stuff happen on their maps. Oh, I think I can use these lily pads now. I think I just unlocked this. I don't think I've used it. I think it just bounces you like a mushroom. Oh, it's a loading screen. Pfft. Oh, actually, I didn't want to. I can go right back, can't I? Where did it take me? So there's the lily pad icon. You can see an arrow pointing roughly towards where it flings you. Although it's not much of a fling when it's just a loading screen. Just imagine that I'm bouncing. All right, so I am now going to take a break. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize in advance. Over the next week or so, there's probably going to be more Guild Wars. I'm knee-deep in this, and until I get to Path of Fire and poke around at some of that, I don't think I'll be letting up. However, there will be some DEF CON on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, so join me for that. And you can, of course, after Request Wednesday is resolved, you can vote for anything else. So maybe next Wednesday I won't be playing Guild Wars 2 for streaming. You can find me on Twitter at QT3. I've got a Patreon campaign at patreon.com/TomChick. Stuff I write is at quarterto3.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone have a good night. Join me in Guild Wars. There's plenty more to do. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.